Port, he's now 4s and 175.
He certainly has. He's the second best backed in this race behind Habana. He's the biggest liability in this race by far. But Aegon is certainly starting to warm the closer we get to start time, BP. And then there is money around a runner like Fashion Shoot, of course, for Opie Bosson. Also Town Cry for Royden Bergerson, seeing a bit of support there. He's a doozy for Lisa Latta, not friendless in this market, and neither is Riadini, so there is some shopping there. Don't forget about the feature markets as well. So many bonus and boosted options in there. He's a doozy to finish top 5 is boosted. Flower of Wanaka to finish top 10 is boosted. There's so many options there, including the feature market, so who can finish top 5, who can finish top 10, the Roughies race, the middle market. There is DIY power plays. There is ample to get involved with BP around the TAB Classic, and you can find those all under the extra markets.
Yeah, thanks, Pip. There's a lot to work through there, isn't there, around that feature race, which is coming.
Today, the 2-year-old Magnifique, but there'll be plenty of winners to be found out of today.
Yeah, there will be, Aidan, and hopefully you can find one in the next.
Aidan, that's new.
Oh, sorry, Bevan.
Let's have a look at the runners as they come through for the Group 1. And Coolside Mav at the top of the book. We know his abilities. You just never count him out.
No, I'm not sure what happened last start. Obviously, there was a few issues. The heavy track may have been in the Tauranga track.
He's a horse that's just taking a little while to get to his form. He won't work hard, and that's why he always looks a bit tubby, Aidan. The visor blinkers come off. Visor blinkers come off. We know he's so capable, and he's about to walk in front of us now. And he's trimmed up a bit.
No, I get called worse daily. Don't worry about that. It's the big and the little of it. Here is Aegon. Of course, he's just been around in the best of company throughout his career.
Yeah, he has. And look, he looks bright, super, and he goes so well freshed.
Yes, doesn't he? He's a wonderful animal, no doubt about that. Look at that attitude, a bit of ownership here. Love to see that. He's good.
Brando, he was better last time on the wet track. Is he looking for further, or can he be competitive here?
Yeah, look, his best form, he's going to be somewhere in that sort of top 5 or 6, but he looks bright.
He does look very bright here. He gets the right run. He can dash late.
Predator, well, we know what he did.
Yeah, Desert Lightning. He's got an awkward gate, gate 16, but look, he's got one of those horses who's going to bounce up and probably go forward in the race.
Yep, carry on.
Carry on. Miss Scott, who will get this right. Kate Hurcock, Sharon Robinson, a horse who's coming back in trip.
Yeah, it's one of those horses. He doesn't show a lot of speed out of the gates, but he looks nice and bright.
Certainly does. Looks really well.
Fashion Shoot, devastating at Riccarton.
Yeah, she was aided by a really, really good ride by Warren, and the way Opie's riding today, she's going to be a little bit of a crash mark at the mile, but she looks good.
Yeah, there's a few keys there, isn't there, to give her a really good chance.
Best of luck to Lily Sutherland with her first Group 1 ride with Malt Time, and with a little bit of luck can win.
Yeah, she can. Look, she's one of those fillies at the one gates. Probably she's got to be ridden a little bit quiet, but she's been going in great races lately.
Yeah, sure has. Yeah, wonderful moment for Lily with the first Group 1 ride, as to Meriana on the bottom one.
Leone always promised a lot and looks about time to put the hand up.
Yeah, she never goes a bad race, and look, if Lisa can find some cover from that awkward gate, she's got to be sort of top 5 chance.
She looks really well here.
Town Cry probably has drawn the right marble to be competitive.
Yeah, it looks like the leader in the race from gate 2.
And she's just going super and looking well here.
Flower of Wanaka might come across from a wide draw and add a bit of tempo.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what they do with the gate 13, but another one looks good in the coat, as you'd expect for a Group 1 horse.
Indeed, yep, fine.
6.5 minutes away from the 8th Group 1, race 8, the Group 1 here at Trentham. In the meantime, we take you to Eagle Farm.
5 into 4.
Okay, we've got the national anthem playing here at Trentham, but we've also grabbed Lisa Latta, so apologies for talking over that. Lisa, 3 in a Group 1, that's a massive achievement. How proud first of all?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just a race that's fitted in well for all 3 horses. Obviously, we were hoping for the fire to be out of the track for Bellardo Boy, but it hasn't eventuated.
Last out second had real merit. What are you thinking of Bellardo Boy in this?
Look, I think you always get away with one on a good track. I know the track was good in the Thompson, but he really pulled his head off, and whenever he pulls his head off, he never goes any good. So we'll look to ride him patiently and see if he can get home.
One who's a Group 1 winner over the 1,600 metres at Trentham, and that's a big advantage, is he's a doozy. How's he for today?
Look, really happy with him. He's really gone forward in the right direction since down south. He did run home the second last 600 from a wide draw and got a long way back out of his ground. From a nice draw today, you know, we should be able to posse up somewhere just in behind them.
And we know the class of Platinum Invader. You're back to 1,600 metres, but probably isn't ideal, but what's he capable of here?
Look, I expect him to be really finding the line. He goes well fresh. He had 2 weeks in the paddock after his Pukekohe run, and it leads in really well to the Seville Classic.
You've got a Group 1 1,600 medal winner at Trentham. Is he the pick of your trio here, Zadoozy?
Look, I think from the draws and form on the board over the mile and track conditions, you would have to say yes.
Best of luck, Lisa.
Thank you.
Lisa, a ladder with 3 runners in our feature on the program. Pip, what's the tail of the tape here for the Group 1?
Well, Habana is by far our biggest liability. He's into $4.20 now from $7.50. By far the best backed in this race. Followed closely by Aegon, $4.50. Got as short as 4.2, just pushing back out to $4.80. Fashion Shoot, well found for Opie Bosson in the Te Akau stable. $11 into 8.5, third best backed in this race. And then in the middle market, we're seeing money for Town Crier, also Riadini, and He's a Doozy. A little bit of speaking around Desert Lightning and Malt Time too, but really it's the 9, the 2 and the 13 who are taking most of the money here. Don't forget about the boosted options. Malt Time to finish top 4 at $3.60, Pre-Defer to finish top 3 at $4.80, and Aegon to win is boosted at $5.50, and there is a plethora of extra markets on this race as well, Bevan.
Thank you very much, Pip. 90 seconds away from Group 1 racing. Leith, your 4.
Look, I think Aegon just looks super. He went down to the start so relaxed. Michael's riding well. Just got him just on top above Desert Lightning and Habana in the 3rd place.
I just think Malt Time, if it can get the split, 3 back the fence, more than likely the position in the run. We'll need a little bit of luck under Lily, but I think it does have a good turn of foot to be right in the mix here. I think Aegon, major player, even from that wide gate outside of that. Well, I think there are a host of chances. You're right around Desert Lightning. If he can jump and come across, I think he can definitely find a spot. And from there, he should be very, very dangerous in this particular race. 420 playing 450 now for Aegon. A race that's been won by some of our very, very best when you go back through the honour roll, with Rough Habit taking this particular race out way back when. Miss Fasa in 2011 took out the race. Rock on Wood, the ill-fated Rock on Wood, took it out in spectacular fashion, and of course Too Illicit 2 years ago, and Pre-Defer most recently in 2022. Can he defend his crown? There's a handful to load forward. I was 14-2-11, and I think Town Crier is the speed map special. We'll be at Ballarat in a short time post the Group 1. We'll bring you all the aftermath though here, TAB Trackside 1 on your big Saturday of racing for the first running of the TAB Classic at Group 1 level. Let's head upstairs to our Group 1 caller, Tony Lee.
Okay, thank you, Bevan. Yes, good luck everyone here as these last 4 or 5 about to come in. Farah Leone, Group 1 runner here for Josh Shaw from his Levin stable. Lisa Allpress, Desert Lightning, looking at a picture here, the 11, Vinnie Colgan, Peter and Dawn Williams. Farah Leone's walking up now, $4.20. Aegon back into favourite, $4.50, Habana. Now Farah Leone goes in, here's Desert Lightning to come up, Malt Time, also Lily Sutherland's first Group 1 ride, so a wonderful moment, a wonderful occasion for her. Young lady going places for sure. Now we're nearly ready. Last one's about to come in and we're all set. TAB Classic, Group 1, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by for the start. Racing. Caught them okay, going back Fashion Shoot just after the start. Platinum Invader, Rio Dini go back, as to Bellado Boy. Town Crier sprung away from Call Sign Mav, Malt Time, and going forward Flower of Wanaka. And behind them He's a Doozy. The outside of that when they settle down is going to be Brando, as He's a Doozy just wants to overreact there. We've got a false start, have we here? They pulling up, yes we have. We've got a false start. These riders are pulling up. I'm not sure what the issue was. We'll just have a look. The outside bunch of gates didn't open. Wow, there we go. No wonder they were pulling. So very unfortunate there as those outside petition horses, 3 of them, remained in the gates there. Well, that's just what you don't need, team, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look. There they are. The outside, we look to the left of your screen, off, but they're not. Farah Leone there, Desert Lightning, Aegon as well. Meanwhile, they hopped away and How quickly they were onto it, I'm just not too sure, but they pulled up. Certainly you could see after a couple of 300 metres they were looking to snag them back here, so they'll all need to be vet checked before the start here. This is unfortunate, team.
Oh, it's very unfortunate because horses like Town Cries work quite hard to hold the lead. You've got Flair of Wanaka coming across, and
We've seen this happen before with those outside pull-up gates when there's an extra 4 runners. Geez, this is going to turn the race on its head a little bit. Geez, it shouldn't have happened this.
no, it should not happen. That is the pure plain facts. And if you look at that vision we saw head on, Desert Lightning seemed to have a fair old lunge at the gates as well, so they have to have a good look at those ones drawn to the outside.
Yeah, exactly. This is dreadful.
Okay, we will have to go through the process here at Trentham, get all these horses back round to the start. We need to talk to, obviously, the trainers, whether they want to continue on with their horses here. Those that have worked a little bit hard early in the run. It is Group 1 racing. They didn't go too far. That is possibly the one bonus. I don't know where the leader, which was Town Cry, has...
Warren Kennedy and a couple others realised pretty quick what had happened. They were sort of reefing on the horses' mouths pretty quickly. So...
One thing, Ethan, you've got insight into the City of Auckland Cup, Platinum Invader. You pulled up quicker than anyone and came out and won the rerun.
Yeah, well, if I was riding, I'd love to be on one of those horses that didn't jump out, that's for sure. Your horses have gone 600 metres, so they're fizzed up. It's going to be hard to get them to relax, go back a second time.
One of those horses that was actually Riadini, wasn't it? We saw out wide that they sort of seemed to know pretty early.
And Aegon, Desert Lightning, I think Riadini were the ones that the gates didn't open. So they've got a bit of an advantage if they run this race.
I think Riadini did get away, but I think because it was drawn out wide, it would have seen the other gates didn't open, so he knew to pull up straight away. So
Letha, as a jockey, at this point, what are you thinking? What's going through your mind?
Well, you've got a horse like Habana, who's if I'm on him, he gets fizzed up anyway, so it's not ideal for a favourite in a Group 1, that's for sure.
See, Platinum Invader, he's sweating up and he's been everywhere and done everything. So.
Well, he was the horse. He was the City of Auckland Cup horse.
If I was on one, like Aegon was walking around like a lamb at the start, and he's one of the lucky ones that hasn't jumped out, so what happens now?
Oh, well, we'll have to hear from stewards. We might send you in, Aidan, if we can, to see what the rundown is from the stewards here. Look, I hope they had tested those gates. I'm sure they would have before they went through the loading process out wide, but it clearly isn't good enough that this has happened in our Group 1 here this afternoon, Lethan. Unfortunate again.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a shame that's happened in a Group 1 race. Shouldn't happen in any races, but it'd be interesting how these horses have gone back and they'll have to get vetted out and see how they pull up.
Okay, 4.5 minutes over start time. We're clearly going to be in further delay. Ballarat.
So Kyle Collins on his platform now. We are all but set. Matchcott moving around. They're loaded up, ready. Gates are back, and we're off to a good and level start here. Now, yes, Town Criers bounce, call sign Mad Flower of Wanaka right there, Multime Farah Leone and Desert Lightning going forward, Habana with those. Lightning Jack on the inside of it, followed through then by He's a Doozy and Brando, Platinum Invader getting through underneath of Pre-Defer, and also with those Fashion Shoot, and then we have Matt Scott who's back, as to here is Bellardo Boy, Aegon over on the inside here, and Rio Dini is 2 lengths away, as the field for the TAB Classic run to the end of the back of the track, and Town Cry, she's the leader. Desert Lightning, Flower of Wanaka straight into the sweet seed, and then Call Sign Mav Farah Leone 2 further away. Habana travelling on the bridle as they run across the top. Back on the inside of it is Malt Time. They're followed by Brando, Platinum Invader as they buttoned it off there. On the outside is going to be yes, Brando, and then Fashion Shoot. Lightning Jack with those runners as well. Then we've got Rio Dini, Matt Scott looking to improve, and amongst them He's a Doozy. From the next one here is Pre-Defer. Then Aegon second to last, and Bellardo Boy the outside. Town Crier comes to the top of the straight here. Desert Lightning having a look over on the outside and trying to level now. Farah Leone, Flower of Wanaka pushing up on the inside. Now Habana starting to run home really well over on the outside of these. Back behind them then Aegon's back on the fence. Desert Lightning got to the lead from Farah Leone, and then over on the outside Habana. Fashion Chaff still there as Flower of Wanaka and Aegon, and wide out Malt Time. Desert Lightning's in front down to the line, and Desert Lightning will win. Very close thereafter. Farah Leone, Malt Time, flying Aegon, Habana behind them, Flower of of Wanaka. Then we had Bellado Boy with that He's a Doozy, as to then Platinum Invader inside of those Priest of Fur and Town Crier. Callsign Mav Lightning Jack back when they've hit the line has been Fashion Shoot with Brando and Rio Dini. Goes the way here of the 11, Desert Lightning, Vinnie Colgan, Peter and Dawn Williams, and a terrific effort here. Roaring home Malt Time. Farah Leone holding second until right on the line, maybe does. Maybe Farah Leone, Malt Time and Agon's made up many lengths in the run home to be the fourth of them in. So wonderful horse, this horse, and to be able to get the win, Vinnie Colgan, the top of the mantle here, and Desert Lightning. Seriously good horse and gets a really brave win.
Well, he had to work early as well. He had the advantage of not getting away, but he had to work.
He did have to work. Look, he's only a 3-win horse, 4-win horse now after that. A good positive ride from Vinny, and, you know, he was not stopping at the end.
He wasn't. He's paid 14.30, which is a surprise. Farah Leone's been great. Malt Time's flowing late. Acon's been massive. He caught one at around about the 800 metre
Yeah, the
mark.
half mile, it looked like he just about hit the rail and nearly went through it. So to pick himself up from back last, he's done super.
He's a horse that's been underrated at times, Aidan, but not today.
Yeah, he's a Group 2 winner of an Avenel again. He's Nats 3 for you after a couple for Shuka. Congratulations, Peter. How's that feel?
Oh, it was great. Quite exciting, really, wasn't it? I was a nervous wreck after the false start, but anyway, Dawn rang me and she said he was very settled at the barrier, so that was good.
In the end, it could have worked out an advantage. You didn't jump away the first time like some of your rivals did.
Yeah, people say that, but what happens if they hit the heads when the gates don't open? They hit the heads, they blood noses, you know, there's a lot of things for it or against it, you know, but it was great.
But you've won some big races, obviously the Loaders and the Shukas are among the best of those. How's this one sort of fit into it?
Keeps winning Group 1s, he'll get up alongside him, won't he?
He's done a great job for you today. When will we see him next?
We'll go home and play by ear. Yeah. You won't talk me into saying something I shouldn't.
What about for you and Dawn and obviously for key owners here, what does it mean to the group?
It's great, and they're here today. Yeah. That's great.
Good on you, Peter. Well done.
Okay, thanks very much.
Great win by Desert Lightning, and our feature on the program for Peter and Dawn Williams, such wonderful trainers over such a long period of time, is a 4-year-old by Pride of Dubai out of Istura, a High Chaparral mare for the Barneswood Farm Limited team, SC Green, and GC Burmston Bowl. Well done to you. Win 4, start 15, and it's a Group 1 at win number 4. We have to head to counties. People record Vinnie Colgan, who's back in the Group 1 swing.
Thanks, Bevan. Yeah, there's a lot of talking points around that race, but first of all, it's all around Desert Lightning with the horse coming out and being victorious. What a super 3-year-old preparation this horse did have. And you go back to that one of those key races, which of course was here at this venue out of Pukekohe last season, where the horse was able to run that cracking race in the 3-year-old Karaka Million. Of course, a race that was won by Prowess, and Desert Lightning won an amazing race in that race. Now a Group 1 winner, and what a performance there out of Trentham. The other thing that needs to be spoken about too is those 3 horses that were, of course, left in the gates. They've run 1st, 2nd and 4th in the race. Malt Time has run in a massive race. Well, actually, Malt Time potentially might have run into that 2nd position, but 1st, 3rd and 4th.